Hey everyone, I am re-uploading this video that I posted yesterday morning because I had made a few mistakes. The most important one being the music I credited to Mr. Super Sid Wimder instead of Mr. Super Sidewinder, so sorry about that, my friend. And also it gave me a chance to add this last photo I got tonight because I'd seen some comments on the video I put up this morning about possibly being red light cams, and we did have those about 10 years ago, and then there was some law came out, I don't know if it was state or federal or something, that took them all down, so they didn't last but like 2 years. And I think that's what this picture is here, even though it must be out of commission, but I think that's what this was originally the red light traffic cam that give you the ticket when you automatically just send it to you in the mail. But anyway, if you watched the video this morning already, feel free to watch it again, but it's the same video, just with the corrected credit for Mr. Super Sidewinder. Let me know what you think if you see any of these things around in your neighborhood street signs, street lights. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to another video. This is just another quick one about weird things I have noticed in my neighborhood. And this time, it is the strange devices around the traffic lights.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to make this video because the other day I saw something that I'd never seen before. So a couple months ago or 6 months ago, I don't know how long ago, I started noticing these little round things on the traffic light poles, like right in between. They look like little lights or whatever, but I never paid much attention to them. And then a couple of days ago, one night I was sitting there, and it was broad daylight, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I pulled up to one of these traffic lights at a red light, and the light was on, and I'm like, wow, that's weird. I've never seen that. Like I've seen these lights for months or more, and I'd never seen one on. And so then as I went down the road, I just started looking at all the rest of them, and the next one was on, and it had more like weird stuff on it. So like it ended up going back the next day and recording some of these things. And I'll stop them when I get to them with a picture and see if you can take a look at them and see if you have any of these things on your traffic lights or on the poles or the posts or anything. It just looks like a bunch of weird stuff. Whether it could be like internet stuff. I thought maybe it was like it looks like a Wi-Fi broadcaster or something. Some of the other things are just I'm not sure what they are. So I was wondering if any of you guys knew what it was what I was looking at. And and I'm just in this small little town here in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. So some of the lights don't have anything, and then some of them are just like loaded with stuff. And this is what you're seeing here. I just happened to be driving yesterday in a part of town that they didn't have anything on the poles or on the wires going across. Like you don't see anything there. It was just weird because it was a main part of Columbus. It wasn't Reynoldsburg, but it was Columbus, that I've driven down a million times. There's things, they're just not shown, there's not all these weird things hanging up. So all these lights we've been seeing so far just had nothing. This is on the north side of town, and here in a minute we're going to get back over to the east side in Reynoldsburg where I live, and we'll see a few of these things, and maybe you can tell me if you have these around your area. So I just thought I'd start recording, this different part of town that I'm not in as often, show the comparison. I don't see a whole lot right there. And then here we have in Reynoldsburg. So this is the still shot of the intersection I just came onto, and you can see like this little thing here on the right, kind of weird. That's the thing that looks like it could be like broadcasting some sort of internet signal, or it doesn't look like a solar panel. And we go through onto the next light. But this is just driving down Main Street. This is the next intersection, and we're coming up on, and there's the little thing right there in the middle, the lights. And like I think this is the traffic light that I was sitting at that the other day. The light was actually on. It kind of looks like it's on there, but it's not really. But when I seen it, it was definitely on. It was different. But so that's what got me down this rabbit hole of what this what these things are. And then you'll see more as I go down the road through the next, because there's only like 5 or 6 traffic lights from one end of the street to the other. It goes through my town, so there's not a bunch of them, and they were all like installed a couple years ago. So that was one we just passed, and this got the little light. So maybe this one is the one that I seen where the light was on, and that's all that's on this one. So I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I have no clue what it is, but as I go on down to the next intersection, So then this one is another one. It's just like the last one. You can see it. You can tell it's a different light because it's got this weird stuff around it. But it's just got this light here, and it looks like here it's even got one on the other side of this one. So I don't know what those are for. So now this one we're coming up on is a little different. This is on the back side of the pole, and I don't even notice it when I'm coming from the other direction, but I just happen to this time. And it's got another one of those little square boxes that remind me of a router. And then to the left, it looks like two little miniature satellite dishes or something, similar in shape to that, but way smaller, just on a pole extending straight up. So that's kind of odd too. I don't know what those are all about. And so here we're just going a little further down the road and come up to the next intersection, and it's just got the two little lights, except that this one has two and the other one had one, the previous one. So then we keep on going, and here you can see the thing on the left or on the right, on the cross street right there. I don't know what to say about this one, but this is actually just a better view of the one we just saw a second ago, that we saw from behind in the last picture. So yeah, that one's kind of strange to me. I don't know what to make of this one. Probably one of the weirder ones that we have on the traffic poles. And then this one here right in front of us, it's hard to see, but I'll kind of zoom in on it in a second here. It's just another one of those little router looking boxes is what I've been calling them. So nothing big there. And there you can see it over there on the right hand side, right by the light pole. And it looks like that's the best as I can get it zoomed in. And then coming up here in this next intersection was interesting because it's got stuff on all four poles. See, that one had two things. That one's got the little satellite dish looking thing and the router looking thing underneath, which we've already looked at these pictures going from the other direction. And I'll go back over here to the left, and on that one it's got the little light in the middle, and it's got the little router looking web thing. That's all I got for you on this one. Thanks for coming on and listening to me ramble for a few minutes about the weird things on the traffic lights in my city. If I catch anything more, if I find anything else interesting, I'll be sure to keep you updated, and I'll catch you on the next one.